In 1913, I rode a white horse down Pennsylvania Avenue in Washington, D.C., at the head of one of our many Suffrage for Women parades. Votes for women! Votes for women! George Washington in the Continental Army went to war with England to get votes for some white men who had property in the new United States of America. Abraham Lincoln brokered a civil war to gain votes for black men. But women? Did we go to war and kill other citizens? No. Did we plot in smoky rooms? No. We gathered in our homes, in our meeting houses, in our churches, and we politely reminded our husbands to remember the ladies. It took 72 years from the Seneca Falls Convention on the Rights of Women to get our right to vote across these United States. Susan B. Anthony spent her life making speeches, traveling all over the country in buckboard wagons, on grimy trains, and sometimes on foot, to deliver these speeches with ideas that she had engineered with Elizabeth Cady Stanton over a kitchen table. She was arrested and convicted of voting in her hometown of Rochester, New York. Susan did not live to see the passage of the 19th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Now it is our turn to take up the pledge. We have votes for women. We need women to vote. In this time when our elected officials make laws against voter fraud for a measly few mostly confused voters, where is the push against voting machines that don't work? Or election officers who hide the counting from the press and the public? Or campaign calls full of disinformation? Now is the time for women to vote. And what is this fear of taking care of our needy? The governor and the legislature refuse to expand Medicaid, which would help many of our working poor receive the medical care and increase jobs that we desperately need in Kansas. Now is the time for women to vote. And where did our legislatures get the gall to disrespect our teachers? In the middle of the night, even as the teachers were in attendance at the Capitol. Now is the time for women to vote. Our primary election drew 20% of registered voters in Kansas, 20%. Where were the other 80% of us? And where are the people who are not even registered? Do we plan to allow such a paltry few people to determine the laws that govern us? No! Now is the time for all of us to vote. Remember in November and take back Kansas. Thank you.